Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. I did a story earlier about Patrick Harvie, and I said that there was another one to come. And this is it, but in between me saying that and doing this one, something else has come up. And so I'm going to merge this story in with another one. So we're not going to complete them both too deeply. We're just going to show how ridiculous Harvie is. And then we're going to show how embarrassed he must be when the other thing happened. So we'll have a look and see where he's going. But thankfully, as we know from this morning's first video, we know he is entirely pointless. Nobody listens to him. And he can sit and he can rant and he go, oh, we're going to bring this in, we're going to bring that in. No, you're not, Patrick. No, you're not. Nobody listens to you. Everybody ignores you. You are full of pish. However, it does make for good reading because it does point out what a ridiculously stupid little man you truly are. Here goes. Before we get into it, I will just point out that Patrick Harvie claims he went to university. Well, he did go to Manchester University, but he didn't get a degree. He came out, he didn't finish the course. A bit like Gross Rear, he's another one in the Greens. Said he went to university, lasted one term, came out. Neither of them have ever had a proper job. They both went into politics, but they thought, all who'll have us? Here we are, uneducated, inexperienced, no personality, annoying, full of crappy ideas. We have a very cynical viewpoint. We're full of hate and we like to make people miserable. Obviously, the Greens snatched them up. But now he's sitting there. He's somehow managed to find himself a little bit of power and he's using it. But of course, he's got no respect. We covered this earlier. Nobody ever listens to him. Nobody pays the slightest bit of attention. But the papers have. They've said this. It's a load of crap, right? But he's saying that they're going to punish people now because people have got gas boilers. It's time to punish people with gas boilers. The man is a knob. Anyway, we're going. SNP to penalise homeowners with fresh, ridiculous policy that will prevent Scottish people with gas boilers from selling their homes. This is not the SNP. It's the Greens. It's the paper spinning it because, Harvie is part of the SNP Green government. But it isn't. There is no way. Hamza Yousaf is considering the controversial ban for homeowners. Scots would be required to swap gas boilers for heat pumps, and they put there which cost £10,000, and the rest try nearer £27,000 to £30,000 for a ground-based, and about £15,000 to £17,000 for an air system. And that's assuming your house is suitable and that you don't live in a tenement or a tower block, and that you don't have a house that's made of stone, etc., etc. And of course, it is a load of crap. It's never, ever going to happen. But of course, Harvey suggested this because he needs to make himself look slightly less moronic than he is. So the SNP could be about to penalise homeowners with a fresh, ridiculous policy that will prevent Scots with gas boilers from selling their homes. No, they won't. First Minister is considering it, but I won't just cover it. Now, a new policy change could see properties forced to have an energy performance certificate of C or above at certain trigger points by 2025, and that includes the sale of the house. Well, in that case, no houses in Scotland will be sold. There'll be no money raised from stamp duty. It will utterly destroy the housing market. It will mean people living in inappropriate homes. It will mean homes that have been inherited cannot be sold, and so people's inheritances will just wither on the vine. I don't know what they're thinking, because you can't then even rent these houses out for people because they will fail to meet the tenancy agreement for housing, for the energy level for renting houses. What are these people on? They are absolutely out of their brains. And even if the government said, okay, we'll invest money in to help you do it. One, they don't have the money. Two, it's £33 billion to do everyone in Scotland, which would destroy the economy because while people got all that debt, they won't be going out. Thirdly, it makes zero difference at all. No difference whatsoever. And fourthly, unless the government are prepared to say, okay, given the running costs of these are much higher than current gas prices, even with inflated gas prices, it's still more expensive to run these things. They don't heat the house up as much. And most houses aren't, suitable for them. So we'll pay the uplift and we'll guarantee it. If you can get them to guarantee that these things will save you money, that will be better and all that, you get them to guarantee it in writing, then you consider doing it. They won't guarantee that. course they weren't, because it's all bullshit and lies. Bullshit and lies. Of course. And look at that picture of him. He looks like... Tell you who he looks like. He was the guy in David Copperfield. Uriah Heep, isn't it? Oh, I'm ever so humble, Mr. Copperfield. I'm ever so humble. It's a nasty bit of work. Look at him. What a creepy insect. He truly is. He's like... Oh, what a oleaginous turd, isn't it? It's like someone's poured olive oil on a turd. Anyway, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to go through all this. It isn't. It's a fat chance of this happening. No chance at all. And if they even tried it, Jesus, I showed the thing that there was 16% this morning. They won't be 6% if they tried that. Anyway, that was the first story. And that's this ridiculous policy from Harvie, which I mentioned earlier. They were covering it there. But that wasn't the core of this. The core of this one is this. If I come across here, I'm going to just shrink it back. How bad is your policy? How bad are you as an MSP or any kind of politician when you are mocked by Nigal Farage? Nigal Farage mocks Patrick Harvie's mad energy plan as he is accused of hammering Scots with gas boilers. Well, that's just the image of banging them with a gas boiler. Also, you shouldn't really use hammering and Scots in the same sentence. Too much like, Edward I there, It's on his tomb, If you go down and have a look at Edward I's tomb, it does say, Edvardus Primus Malleus Scotori. Edward I, Hammer of the Scots. So you shouldn't, Nigel, you shouldn't be hammering Scots is not a good thing. But when even Nigal Farage is mocking you, you know you are in a bad place. And there he is, look, smiling because he doesn't know. The little pixie of Leven, isn't he? He's from the Vale of Leven, isn't he? Little obnoxious pixie he is. Anyway, the former Brexit Party leader mocked the Scottish Greens' plan to ban Scots from selling homes without heat pumps as the Scottish Government launched a consultation into overhauling energy performance certificates. You haven't got a clue. Not a clue. These people are completely bonkers. And people haven't got the money, and you want them to spend tens of thousands of pounds to upgrade homes? Never in a million years is that going to happen. Anyway, Patrick Harvie's mad plan to penalise the Scots with gas boilers by banning them from selling their home has been mocked ruthlessly by Nigal Farage. The former Brexit Party leader laughed after discussing the proposal with Ross Clark and described them as surely not true. Because everybody knows it can't happen. Anyway, Mr. Farage discussed this issue on GB News show on Monday evening and laughed at the planned proposals, which expert Mr. Clark said would affect 85% of Scottish households. The former politician said they want to make it against the law to sell a property that doesn't have a heat pump. That's not true. That can't be true. And it is, I'm afraid. It's not true that they're going to do it. I mean, it's true that he wants it. It is never going to happen. We've already ridiculed him once ourselves by showing that he is a complete knob. And everybody knows it. Everybody, even the SNP, know that this is just not going to happen. But, they've got to say something. They've run out of ideas. They have absolutely run out of ideas. And then, why is he still there? Really? Look at him. Poor little fella. Absolutely filled to the brim with hate. Anyway, we'll leave him to his hate. He can go off and furiously masturbate. That's all he's got in his life, isn't it? We'll come up and finish off. As he will he. The Greens are always good for a laugh, aren't they? They always open their mouths and say stupid things, or they present stupid plans. It always fails. Every time. And here we go, another one. Oh, we're not going to sell. You're not allowed to sell your house unless you have a heat pump. Go fuck off, Harvie, you tit. You're an absolute moron. So not going to happen. He seems to think that people actually listen to him and pay attention. Oh, no. That's not how it works, Harvie. You open your mouth, and we all just point at you and laugh and ridicule because you're a knob. Anyway, I shall stop there. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see here on the channel, do please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, share the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and just ignore Harvie and all his kind because they are absolute cretins. Bye.